Hello beautiful people. Today is April the something, maybe 19th, 20th, around then. It's Easter weekend. I've got 3 new sheep here at Greenfields now. Brought them over on Wednesday. That's Speckle, Dandelion and Thyme. They're tiny, cool little things. I don't know if you'll be able to see them, but they're currently in the top right hand corner having a little sleep. I've decided where the old burn pile is going to go to create a massive veg area, a no dig basically. Let's have a look. So this is where the area is going to go. One corner over here, over to there, and just to the side where the skirting table is currently. I do have the new hedgerow along here, so I want to be able to walk around and function. Not 100% sure on the layout yet. Maybe 2 separate bed, and then boom, 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 something like that. It's also a space for friends and family to, come, and if they've got seeds or they want to grow more stuff, they can just pop on over and use the beds. I should have started this a long time ago, but with how the land goes and my brain of hopping and skipping to different jobs, this is what I'm going to do. I have a blackbird nest inside the house, which she knows I'm there. She's been the nesting now for a few months. She's got 5 eggs, which is really cool. I did for a week think, oh, she's abandoned the nest, but she's back, and now out of the 5 eggs, 3 chicks have hatched, which is really awesome. I'll put a picture up of them now. So she knows I'm in and out, and I stay really far away from her unless I know she's not anywhere around the land and in the hedgerows. I'm going to go around the perimeter of this line with the shovel, maybe like about that much, just to create another visual, actual dirt square with my eye. See how I get on with that and see how long that takes. I'll just put it on time lapse anyway. Gonna be one hell of a veg patch. The 3 little babas, Speckle, Thyme and Dandelion, have came down. They're just gonna destroy my hedgerow. Right, Nettle. They're so cute. Bit nervous of these 3 getting onto the front section for the road. Because they can literally just fit anywhere. They're excited. Gonna have to quickly go around the other side of the house and make sure they don't jump the ladder. The others accept the ladder being over the bridge to stop them going to the front. Not that they can get to the road, it's just that I have a section of laurels, don't I, by the driveway gate, and that's poisonous to them. So this one's Speckle, Dandelion and Thyme at the back. Hey yo girls! To be fair, they can just probably go straight through the bloody willow as well. Hedgerow coming on nicely. All the blossom, as you can see. New bird house up there. These came out 2 months ago. They're a summer plant. Absolutely mad. Trees this side for once are starting to grow really well. New hedgerow. In the past I tried planting this and it just died straight away, but it was just pure soil and then the shade from the crowns. But now this should prevent anything from dying and just let everything grow to permanently hold moisture. And this blackthorn bleach from last year's alive and growing well. Apologies about the road noise, as always, and I still don't have microphones. Let's show you this willow at the road. Cut it in November time, something. Bleached it all across, so every single one of these little tiny bits should grow vertically. This corner's growing really strong. Really thick. And the beech still hasn't come out yet. When they're ready, the leaves will come off. Oh, this one's coming. You can see half and half of these beech trees have lost all their leaves. That means this one's going to come soon. This one's still got a time to go. See, there's no leaves coming off. It's a really cool indication. Leaf free, and then these ones. Leafing. Even taller than me now. So these will come out first. Hello. Hi. Nah. I'm going to try and get them around the caravan that way. If they get too adventurous, I'll have to put all the sheep back in the field. Come on, girls. Round you go. Spent 3 hours dagging them on Thursday night. Worming them, spraying them, sorting their feet out. They're absolutely caked in shit on the rear. Poor little babbers. 9 months old, these. Got fresh ear tags on the way, so I'll have to puncture them in soon and give them a new ear piercing. Right, blood? No. Oh, it's like a little farm or something, isn't it, this? Yeah, good, keeping them in check. Where are you going? I'm going to get back to work now and keep an eye on these fuckers eating all my hedgerows. I think I'm going to have to get all the sheep back in the field. I'll probably have to do that. Hello beautiful people. Last footage on here is doing the veg patch area, which is probably 3 months ago, so I'm going to start again today. I'm not sure if I filmed stuff in the summer before, but that's my weaved willow. I have done a chop of the beech twice this year. Look how big they are. Remember when I planted those and they were little tiny babbers? Laurels have had a good few cuts this year. The willow is 2024 March. It's already had 3 cuts. This is just this season's growth. It's already been weaved into a fedge. Pretty cool, eh? It's August now, so most of the flowers have popped off. You can see some of my flower bed. New roof and sheets, featherboard, second hand, all of it. For another sheep shelter. Veg patch and herb patch giving the goods. The Greenfield gals doing alright. Oh, I sat down right on that. Sorry girls, not a lot of food. You got plenty of grass. Greenfields has still been a good productive system this year. I've had hay from the area for where hopefully the agricultural shed will go. I've had a scythe and a hay from the meadow. thick grass everywhere. These trees have grown tremendously this season, except because of my 3 new girls on site this year, they have had every opportunity and used it to eat all the hedgerows. So everything should be this tall, which is taller than me, over 6'3". But then there's lots that are, you know, I don't know, a metre, less than a metre tall, especially down that end. I'd lay these this winter time if they were all this height. Just look at that. It's just to show you though what will happen in a few more years' time, all the way from there, this height, all the way across. And then again, hopefully agricultural shed here. This is the second-hand, very well used old chicken coop gate from my sister's, which is going to go on this post to here, because that hopefully will be shed. This afternoon's mission is to finish building the beds for the veg patch area. So on the outside there's 4 big ones, same size, and then there's the same size but different to this, 4 vertical going up. So this is the frame that I need to build 1 more of these for this section, and then I'm going to measure out an area of here and try and build 1 or 2 of those. I think I forgot my batteries for my circular saw, which is, I cut the stakes using these old posts my friend gave me. So I'm at least going to build this one anyway. I should have the materials for this. Ah, there you are. So yeah, I'll crack on and get on with this. So yeah, I'm just going to screw this frame together, and that's it for this one. There he is. So you should be able to put a wheelbarrow through this, turn right, put a wheelbarrow along here. There is a walkway, see the divots here. The wheelbarrow again should just fit. So I've got to make 1, 2, 3, 4. Pretty all up, wood chip, bark, all of that stuff. And then there's a veg patch area ready for winter and next season. Should get a decent amount out of that many beds, 8 beds on that size. I hope it comes across of how bloody whopping it is. A bird's just flown out the corner of the house, it's on the branch. Oh, I wanted it to use the birdhouse. Just want to quickly show you the green gauge plums. Massive haul of them this year. There's absolutely loads. And if you can't tell from this, that is a hawthorn tree. That is a green gauge plum tree. I pleached them about 2 years ago together. All of this is green gauge plum. If you can see all of them everywhere and down there, and I pleached that about 3 years ago. And then all the damsons on that side. Do you remember what this used to look like? With all the tree rot and collapse everywhere. Wonderful, eh? Slack line out for summer for myself and friends to play on. Sorry about the road. Right, here's the second-hand sheets that I've been given. Some will require angle grinding, especially the smaller ones. You can see the old rot. But for the rest, it's just got the old screw holes from where it was up at their place. If you've got any suggestions of what I can put in that, I was just thinking like a JB Weld putty just to fill in any holes whilst it's on the floor, and that can replace some of the really busted ones on the house, and maybe on the sides. I might use it for some roofing for the other sheep shelter too. There's the rest of the featherboard that I've got waiting. Absolutely loads of it. I brought it over in a massive trailer. I know only a few of you saw my community post about it, but I have started a GoFundMe page. It's the only thing I can think of and come up with, just to try and help or use the generosity of people like you who watch my videos or purchase sheep floof products. I can't think or fathom a way, unless it's years and years down the line, where I can just even save the money for the planning permission for the shed, because it's so expensive. So yeah, the GoFundMe page is asking for any help, any donations, big or small, anonymous, or you can display your name and things like that, just to help me save up for this. I don't have anywhere in Greenfields where, you know, if there's bad weather, storms, shearing, I have to wait, and they can't be shorn in the rain, can they? This year's been a nightmare because it rained, and then I wasn't free, and then the shearer wasn't free. I had planned to have this shed split into 3 sections with animal husbandry at the end. They can go in and out from the field, I can lock them off, keep them inside. Wool storage and things in the middle, and then tractor, hay, tools on the end, and access, which I've mentioned in previous videos, into this section of agricultural land, like a quarantine zone, extra grazing, something like that. So I've left the link in the description. There are a few of you that have donated already from the community post page, and thank you from the bottom of my heart for that. Honestly, it means the world that complete strangers from wherever can help me and give their hard-earned money to something I'm trying to achieve on my dream as well. So that means a lot. So thank you very much to you who have donated already, and to those hopefully who will also donate in the future too. I must say, through all this wind as well, if you can still hear me, once the agricultural shed is done, it's house time. That's how the system has to work. Agricultural shed for agriculture and business, which finishes off that side of the land, and then it moves on to house time. Ben's just arrived. He knew I had a camera today, I bet you. Another day, back with it, mid to late afternoon. I've just decided I'm just going to try and cut all the pieces for this, rip it up, depending on the time. I'll see if I can actually fit it all in, and then the only thing remaining for the veg patch area behind me is to figure out the paths and the mulch and things like that, whether I can do it for free. Do I use wall? Do I put plastic down first because I've got that massive plastic tarp? Do I buy the bags of mulch and I don't have any money? Who knows, but first things first, time to start cutting. So I need to create 16 of these, which are the corner pieces and then eventually the stakes for each of the featherboard beds. This is again used, so recycled wood, given from a very good friend of mine. So I'm cutting these down into 10 inches at a time. I'll get 2 out of each piece. I need 16 of those. Let's get a cracking. Right, now I've cut all of these blocks out, I need to use a circular saw to slice them down the middle. It's very ineffective and pretty tricky and dangerous. I wouldn't recommend it to anybody. I've got my safety squints on and my safety hands, just to look away if you don't like inappropriate tool usage. As standard, this year of 2025. Well, for the last few actually. Apologies about the noise or the quietness of the vocals. I think the camera on the mic on the back of this is to the back, but obviously I want to face forward for once. So these are all done, they're all chopped up. Next thing to do now, come with me. Right, I need to measure these beds roughly for what they're going to be, and then I'll gather the featherboard, the rest of it, cut it all up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of the long side pieces, all equally exactly the same, and then the 2, 4, 6, 8 shorter pieces on the outer edge, so they're all exactly the same. And then I'm going to screw these in, flip them upside down like so, and then use the circular saw, put it on an angle and cut a stake, so a very sharp point on this. Once I've made all of these, I'm going to remove all the logs, the plastic, everything like that, flip these little tiny lightweight featherboard beds upside down, hammer them into rough position, try to align them like straight with the others, and get them in, and that'll be a huge step forward. I think if I don't do it now, it's just going to keep going on and on and on. I'm continually tired from working 4 blooming jobs and then trying to manage sheep and the land, so I gotta get it done. I just realised if I switch it from time-lapse to video and then fast forward it, you can fast forward it and you can hear all the sounds. I know some of you are weird like that. Final piece. Now other people and creators will have multiple cameras or a partner or a friend all the time, that's someone who does everything else, but me, it's just moi. No secret crew, no one nowhere. Crappy little camera. Right, ladies and gents and furry friends, we're gonna go for 90 centimeters in width, and hopefully that means then they'll line up with the outside of the bigger other facing way veg planters, whatever we want to call them. Recycled, gifted, reusable wood featherboard. So 90, get ready for a Right, I don't know if you've noticed me ping my hand on this a few times, but check this out. Can you see that snap? Ridiculously sharp. This is from my granddad who passed away in 2022, so he's got loads that I have, but this is the main one that I use for here and this type of work. So I'm still going to use it, but I need to remember that I can slice my finger open. This is a bit silly before I start the fast forwarding. Tripod's on the table, and obviously this thing's got a slide in between the legs, so when it looks a bit, that's why. realise the rest of the start of this video is probably going to be very boring, especially camera angles and me waffling in comparison to this one. I'm not saying this isn't boring, but I reckon the rest is a bit better. Right, let's lay this all out and then crack on. One more. I'm gonna stop for some water and have some lunch because I think it's like 3 o'clock and I really need some food. I think I'll leave this in recording so I can fast forward it. Sorry about any of the road noise. May put some music over it or not. I cancelled my Epidemic subscription. I don't make any ad revenue from any of these videos anyway, so it doesn't really matter about copyright claims. So yeah, I'm gonna crack on and try and do this and move stuff around. I did just think as well, because I left a message to one of my friends. I filmed a lot over this summer and end of spring on my mobile phone, but I don't know where it is, if I've still got it or if I've had to delete it for space, so shall we? Right, last one. Whee! It's funny how I've done them and got better. I know it's a very simple thing to do, but sometimes I think very differently to most people. The last two really help just actually putting the screws in a tiny bit, like, you know, pre-screwing the boards on. Once I've done the last one, I'll come round with the circular saw, I'll go around every single one and cut out an angle on one side, and then I'll turn around and face the way and do the angle on every other one. Then it's time to remove that all in and somehow try and fit them in. I tried my best to, like, the line was dug straight, and I've tried when I've hammered these in to keep them straight, but they're not and they won't be, but it's just something. I'm trying to let go of perfectionism and things like that. It's just, it's recycled, it's reused, it's something to be able to eat food for free, potentially to give animals and other people food if they need it, just like all the plums I have here and things. So it doesn't matter. I'm really happy about it. I'm gonna have to try this. The camera may die on me and the SD might get full, so I'm gonna try and do the last one on normal video. I finished the last one. I don't know where it got up to, but the camera died. This is them so far. So I'm going to whack you up on the tripod, get the circular saw out, cut me all angles out, and then fiddle with that and whack them in. It's not there. Well, firstly, I'm really bloody chuffed with myself. I hope you are too. That looks really cool. There's 8 massive beds. Can you imagine how much food you can make from 8 of these beds? Like, that's incredible. And there's still so much land. There's so much. I'll either buy some mulch, put it on top of like wool and things like that I've got all ready to go on here for the walkway areas. Maybe in the future I'll do a tiny little strip around the edge just as a weed suppressant. I don't want to use any pesticides or anything like that. I haven't used anything on site so far in the year, so that's really cool. Right, let's whack it in. Nearly there. I've hammered them all in roughly. Does that look as good as I think it does? Like in my eyes. Remember, this is handed to me from one of the places I work down the road. So it's second hand. It was going to go in the skip. Asked me if I wanted it and if I could use it, and said yes. And this is what I've done with it so far. I didn't realise the time, so I've got to go and I won't be able to put the rest of the stuff inside, but you can see the plan so far. For you guys, it'll be a few seconds till I'm done waffling to see the next step. For me, who knows, it might be a day, a week, a month. Hopefully not a month, because I really want to try and make more videos, or at least edit and upload them more. Because by the time I've filmed lots, like over this year and last, I just don't have the motivation, or I think they're really, really bad or worthless, so I just keep them in the storage drive or the SD cards. And like I briefly mentioned in the other segment earlier on in this video, I'm standing where hopefully in the future an agricultural shed will be. I say agricultural shed, I don't mean a giant massive steel and metal ugly building. Some of them can look nice. It'd be more like a lower wooden stables, if that makes sense. So there's a blue tagline here, halfway from the fence. It's down to about this point. And then, yeah, 2 fingers away from the fence there, and then in front of the bench. Boop, boop. Whomp. 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 That fence won't be there. This will just be building. I don't know the very, very peak, but all I know is I need to just clear the exhaust pipe of my Massey Ferguson to put it in this bay here, the third bay. Like tractor, hay, tools, that type of stuff. Double doors here to get in and out. Quarantine bay, sheep moving, trailers, instead of them all running around the field and all that stuff. Storage, wool, animal health, shearing, animal husbandry, lambing health, storms. Gate here from the shed so they can hide in that storms. 2, I can close it off, lock them in for the night, all that stuff. It has been spitting whilst I've been working. Those 2 bags, as you saw, haven't got me that far. They're £10 a pop or 15 quid a pop. So I don't know when I can next buy any. Anyway, I'm trying to mow the grasses, and since I own that, I haven't sharpened the blade. Well, I have, but only with a hand sharpener, which is using the scythe. And for the first time ever, because I bought metal discs for this yesterday, and I thought I can just use the grinding plate for the blade. So for the first ever time, and if you guys ever need to do it, or your mower's struggling, it just pissed it down on this, so yeah, a bit harder, but I've just put on brand new edges, just held it down with my foot. If you've got a vice, use it. The amount of rocks and things I've hit with this, but look how sharp that edge is. Honestly, before, it was like where my thumb is, like this bit here, just a rounded, fat, thick edge, like 3mm. And now, super sharp. So this is going to be amazing. Cutting this now, and I really need to take the mower again all the way to the top corner. Now I've done this, I'm going to do it. I don't care what anyone driving past thinks. It's the only tool I've got available, and that's the work that needs doing. So let's get to it. Just tidying up after mowing. I don't know if I filmed him for you before, but see him underneath the fence? He's my little wild rabbit. Don't know if it's a he or she. Sometimes I call it a he. Comes with me inside the house now and again. If I ever sit down and rest, it comes near me. When I first found it, it's okay. When he first appeared, he was literally like the size of my hand, less than that. And I thought he had mixie or was going to pass away a few times over the last few months, but he's come back and survived. I think his burrow's underneath the caravan, but I see him underneath the house and then the caravan. Hi! You're a good bunny, aren't you? You know you're safe here. If I move too fast and too quick and stand up or sit down too fast, then he'll, like then, dart off a tiny bit. It's still wild, but I've seen him literally a metre away from me just chilling and then like roll over completely, like stretch and groom himself. Which is really cute. It's really rare, unfortunately, to see rabbits up here these days. I did see a hare for the first time ever on the range that came across my field. If I find the video and the photo, I'll put it in now for you. Yeah, it's nice just to have more wildlife. Don't care what they are. Squirrels, rats, foxes, badgers, rabbits. When that ecosystem builds up, pests, unfortunately some people call them, or landowners, then owls come back, kestrels, merlins, buzzards, kites, like they've got a food source to come for and grow a family for. So as much as I'd hate to see him go or be eaten, if he all of a sudden becomes food for another animal in the chain, then that's the system working. And it's nice having them on here. Still haven't had a single bit of veg or herbs nibbled by it either, so, or the tomato plant, nothing. Because the grass is too good, isn't it? Ooh. Good as he is. You on alert? What's the matter? Who is it? Sicken boy. Alright, another stage finished. I'll see you in a second. Sorry if I sound like Darth Vader in the background. I didn't bring the camera to do the time lapse for this. I'm 3 hours in so far. all of this just thick thistle and slowly encroaching. I've done down there, that little square, and then I pulled it up reverse twice all the way up here. This is on the highest setting, but immediately it just goes blah. So I have to permanently like tilt it, and don't know if you can notice, I have no power, literally just engine, no assist. If there's any time for the sponsor gods, for social media and YouTube watching and listening, please someone send me a quad with a topper on it, or a topper that I can use with my Massey 35 and finally bring it over. There's slow farming and doing it a bit differently, but this is twice now in 3 years I've had to do this with a push mower. Never mind all the main road, just giggling and staring like if I was one of the many other smallholders of farms around their equipment. I'd giggle, of course, which I expect people to when they see me doing this, but I'd bloody come over and offer some help or machinery. I need to do this now before it goes more wet, stormy, wintry. I won't be able to do all this today because I mowed the grass earlier as well after the compost on the veg patch. I think in total that's 5 hours of using the lawnmower, 3 full tanks. It's just 3 hours doing this. I took some videos and photos of before of what it looked like. You can see how thick and bad all of that was. It's probably up to like that height on the mower. These big bits here are still just tiny bits left in comparison. So I just need to do a few more pulls to do this section, and then I'll do horizontal a few there, maybe 1 more hour. But if you are an employee, a manager, an owner of any company that produces tractors, tractor attachments, smallholder equipment, quad bikes, ride-on lawnmowers, blooming hell. Just doing a sit-on lawnmower here would be amazing, but with the amount of money I've got to pay out every single month, that ain't happening. So I have literally got to do everything here with whatever equipment I've got, and just to make the best out of a bad situation, really. But blimey, any help would be so appreciated, and you'd be filmed a lot. Forget I've got hopefully a shed to come and a house to come, so a lot more years of this place yet. Thanks for listening to my TED Talk and me cry in agony. Look how low that sits. So last autumn, and I filmed it, but I'm never going to put it out as a video, I mowed it in October to where dandelion is. Thyme, sorry. And the top hidden corner of the field. It's very different here from like the view from the house way to the top of the field to when you're up here. So I've got to here. I've never push mowed like this much, not in one go. Whee! It is funny, but the mower is exactly what a tractor or a quad topper will do, just by human hand, and like cut that much instead of masses on masses. Turn you around again. So all of this area has been cut. All the way around there. So now I'll put the photo or the video of earlier of what that looked like. I'm not going to finish it today. Maybe tomorrow morning or Thursday, and I'll cut the, what is it, maybe a third left, but isn't as bad as what it has been up here. Down there in the middle, like from there to where the mower is, so like that square. And then if I magically somehow can get a topper or a ride-on mower here, then I'm going to do the top bit of the meadow but not the side verge of it. Right, veg patch to finish. I'm just going to use the credit card. I know, more debt for YouTube videos, hey. I'm just going to use the credit card and get like £80 worth. I think it's like 6 or 7 bags of landscape bark, composty stuff, and then that'll finish that. Let it overwinter, let all the nettles die and stuff in the beds, some sheep wool down, and then start of next year I can load it up with compost and all the goodness and bits and bobs and start the growth for 2026. And hopefully go out and give some free food to places. That'd be sweet. Well, ladies and gents, I've managed to purchase and put another 7 bags down, and it's still not complete, but it's looking pretty good. The nettles have gone a bit berserk because of all the fleece in there, so I need at least 3 more bags. 1, 2 and a third to like fill in the area here. It's quite light, but you can see the idea. And then next year this will all be ready, filled with compost. Oh, if you had smell-o-vision right now, you'd love the smell of this. And I've also just finished. Remember when I did the push mower up there? Well, it's 2 minutes ago for you, but it was a week ago for me. It's looking amazing up there. And I've just finished doing all of paddock 1, bar a strip in between the 2 gates, which was done a few weeks prior. Still need to finish the square in paddock 3, which is like that strip. And if I can get a sit-on mower here to do that, that would be great. But then this now should have plenty of time before winter really sets in to have a nice top layer of grass for the girls this winter time. They've got a ton of hay in and ready, so it should be a nice winter for them food-wise. I expect a lot of floods and rain and storms to come. Like today and yesterday, the rains have been horrific. But it's perfect timing for all this to grow. Right, thank you all so very much for watching, especially if you made it to the very end. I hope it's a worthwhile video of some sort, so you can see the plan with this. Again, any donations on the GoFundMe link in the description are very much appreciated. I think it might sound weird, you can request not to, I suppose. But I want to put people's like names or initials or whatever if they've done the PayPal or GoFundMe donations on like a special wall on the outside of the inside of it in the future. I think it'd be really cool. Just my way of saying thanks. Or maybe plant trees for you as well. Do both. Stay kind, everyone, in this crazy world. Stay healthy and happy. I'll catch you soon. Bye.